Hello, buddy. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and great day. I am the Life Mechanic. You can check me out at lifemechanic.com. And we'll start the show just in a little bit. The title is today, the most important skill, without a shadow of a doubt. And so what I'll do is I'll get started here just in a second. So I'm going to welcome people to get on. We'll get started just in a minute or so. So hi, Janessa. How are you? And really looking forward to teaching people. People all the time, get this messed up. So I'm glad my mentor, my coach, told me what to learn to do good first. So hello, Melody, my fave. Thanks for getting on here. Hi, Deborah. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you very much. Harmony, thank you very much. Happy to see you too, Deborah. Good morning, my love. Thank you very much. Rod Cummins, come on down. Craig Jackman's, good 2 days morning. Roman, how are you? Monique, hello, how are you? Okay, good morning, Melody, from you and Doug. Are you ever going to get him to move out? I'm joking. Hey, Doug, how are you, man? Thanks for getting on here. Laura, hello, how are you? Thank you very much for getting on here. Morning, Harmony. Mata. Mutu. Okay. I got a good friend named Mintu. Terry, we haven't talked to him in forever. Wanda. Byron, hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Sean, how are you? Thank you very much. Emil. How are you from Germany? Excellent. Connie, thank you very much from Tennessee. Hi, Gail. Good afternoon. Was that Shane, I believe? Catherine, Melody, Balad, how are you? Sonia, Harmony, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys getting on here. I hope you guys, this is going to be one of my favorites too. I know I say they're all my favorites, but when I started doing Facebook Lives, to just give you guys exactly what I was taught at the beginning to figure this business out, figure out marketing has been incredible. Heath, how are you? Ken Close, very dear friend of mine out in Bakersfield. How you doing, Ken? Ron Henley, wow. Now I gotta step up my game. I gotta step up my. Craig, Ron, hello. Willie, thank you very much for getting on here. Gail, and what is that? Marirosa, good morning to you. And so we're a couple minutes after, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Hollis, and I'm Life Mechanic. And so used to be an auto mechanic, now a life mechanic. And I love giving people a tune-up from the neck up. And one of the things that I want to share with you is I'm going to share with you really quickly my personal story at the beginning of how I became successful. And it's going to really help some of you that got a bunch of stinking thinking and also limiting beliefs, okay? Because I had them too. Right? And so the most important skill is the title of this show. And the most important skill, and this is not just for marketing, not just for success. I'm talking about happiness, life, everything. The most important skill for me is a thing called being humble. And the part of being humble is learning how to edify and promote somebody other than you. Somebody other than you. All right? And I'm going to talk about how important that is because it's going to immediately help you guys understand why a lot of people have these limiting beliefs about who they are and what they do. Now, here's one thing that you're going to hear from a lot of my videos. And here's one of them. Do you realize that 99.9% of the people on the planet are unhappy, unfulfilled, not making money, not contributing, not giving to charity? 99.9. Now, even in the United States, there's always been this theory of the 99.1, right? But I'm going to share with you something that we were told that you'll find out. First of all, my mentors and coaches said, if the majority of the people that you know are not fulfilled, they're not making income, they're not giving to charity, all these things, they're stressed, then find out what they're doing and do the exact opposite. You hear this? Find out what they're doing and do the exact opposite. So we're taught in school, we're taught in our environment, we're taught by our parents, the people that raised us, our siblings, to be in this crazy competitive mode. And I've shared in other videos, right to be right. You got to be right fighters, right? And then also we're growing up in a society that we got to do everything by ourselves. So you'll watch people that consistently are always talking about how smart they are, how incredible they are, how they're the business owner. I see Ron on here, and me and him have been in the industry of marketing forever. And you'll hear people even say, well, listen, Paul, you know what? I want you to know that I'm the international global expansion leader of $1 trillion company. It's like, no, you're not. You're an independent distributor. You are a independent contractor. So what we do is sometimes we have the thought that we got to make who we are and what we're doing and our success larger than it is. Now watch how wrong this is, right? You say to somebody, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a waste management executive. You're a garbage man. Hey, I'm a landscape engineer. You mow the lawn. And we do this because it's just what we're taught to do. We got to always make ourselves look better than we are. We are telling everybody we're making more than we are. We're telling everybody that we know more than we do. And I laughed with my wife this morning because I don't know if maybe it's like DNA inside of us when people get around their teenage years. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden you get to that place. Yeah, oh man, Karen, thank you very much. Fake it till you make it. And this is the exact, listen to me, exact opposite, depending on your spiritual beliefs. It's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Let me give you one more example. If I said to you guys in this video, and I hope someone doesn't just come in on this part. If I said to each and every one of you that, guess what? Before marketing, I graduated from North Dakota State School of Science. It was the #1 tech school in the world. And I graduated not only at the top of my class, but I was a master automotive technician. And I worked for Roger Penske at the Toyota Research Development. I'm a master automotive technician and the second youngest in the nation. See, that is a large description for auto mechanic. So when I talk to people and I say, hey, listen, you know what? I know for a fact that you can do this. The reason why is because I'm just an auto mechanic from North Dakota. That's funny, honey. Domestic goddess. Listen, I'm just an auto mechanic. I'm just an auto mechanic from North Dakota, Montana. I had learning disabilities. You know what I mean? I was told that I was special in school. When you can humble yourself, then people go, oh, wow, that's awesome. And here's what's hilarious. The more that you say, listen, I'm not all that in a bag of chips. And even if you say, well, listen, I'm not that good looking and, I'm sort of goofy and, I'm not that smart and, and whatever you say, then what people do is they automatically lift you up. They edify and promote you. No, listen, you're not ugly. You're not stupid. You know what I mean? You're an awesome person. See, when we humble ourselves, and again, make sure that you do this honestly and sincerely, but when you just, I remember sharing this with a guy that was really struggling with this business. Because we believe, and I'll share with that in a second, we believe that we need to impress people to get them to listen to us. Untrue. That is a rule, a BS rule. And you got it in your head, and it's limiting thinking, right? Because there's people that we watch on America's Greatest Talent, or, all these shows that are out there that come from extremely humble backgrounds, and because they could sing or do an act or whatever, we're more blown away by the average or below average person doing something than we are somebody that's way out there gifted. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people really miss up on this fact. So what they do is they try to be the expert. They try to be the authority. They try to be the thing, and they have limiting beliefs. I'm actually doing this video for one of the new people that joined my university, Life Mechanic University, named Omar. And he reminds me of me. I mean, this guy just emerges himself. And all the training, read my book, went through Science of Getting Rich. Everything that I gave him, he's like immersing himself in all of that information. Another person that's on here is Randy, man. I just love young people. And I know there's some people out there that are older that just say, enough is enough. And I'm just going to dive into this material, right? I'm just going to dive into it. And one of the things that he said, which is a limiting belief, and I'm helping you guys here, is like, listen, I've never made any money. I don't have a group. I got 50 friends on Facebook. I don't know anything. How can I, go out there and get someone to listen to me? You can't. Not with that approach. We got Josh Denny on here. Love you too, brother. The guy makes $1.5 million a year. You know what I mean? So he's one of the people that I've always had a great connection with, and, just an awesome, awesome leader, right? And so one of the things is I've been able to work with him and share these, wisdoms and tools that, that we all learn from our senseis and our mentors. And one of the things is, Josh, you came on at the perfect time. I never thought of this. Do you know what one of the most viewed videos of Josh Denny is? One of the most views. Josh, I don't care if you post it if you want to. Is Josh Denny was sitting with his wife and children in candlelight because he had no electricity. You guys get this? Josh Denny understands that it's better to be who he is for real instead of fake it till you make it, instead of pretending. And so when people see that video of Josh Denny in struggle, going through hard times, not having the expensive cars, the expensive homes, really wondering where he's going to get, food to feed his family, then people go, man, I relate to him. I get him. See what I mean? Now when Josh gets to show you his rags to riches story, like mine, if you go to lifemechanic.com, I don't know what happened. Hopefully it come back. So, you can go to lifemechanic.com and you can put in, your email address, and I'll get you a copy of my best-selling books. Rags to Riches too. It was Rat Race to Freedom. And so one of the things that I want each and every one of you to understand now how to properly edify for the rest of this video, right? And so, first of all, people think, and listen closely, people think that they need to be documented to be successful. Got it? That you got to wait to talk to people till you got to check. Do you realize my first 18 months, my mentor showed me how to edify and promote and give him the info, right? So you guys seen me, if you see me do a video yesterday, it was amazing because I was edifying people. So if I wanted to edify Josh Denny, then all I would very simply say is people say, well, listen, I love sharing with people, hello, hi, how are you? Where are you from? I'm from here. Listen, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. You can find this anywhere on $1 Million Question, right? And I was wondering if you could help me out. Do you know of anyone right now that would like to be happier, more fulfilled, make extra money? What is this? Why? Are you interested? Well, yeah, it depends on what it is. I'm telling you, man, I'm working with this incredible guy named Josh Denny. The guy is just an incredible, successful person. And on top of that, he's such an incredible family man. He's a godly man. And the thing I love most about Josh is he cares. And he really reached out to me and said he'd show me how to do this business. Now, if they ask me any question, well, what's your product? What's the name of your company? What's the compensation plan? Blah, 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 blah. All you got to look at them and say the truth as it is. You know, to be honest with you, I'm an auto mechanic on workman's comp right now. I got hurt on the job and I'm only making $900 a month. I'm learning from this individual, and because I'm learning from him, I want to introduce you to them. Well, what about the product? You know what? I don't know. All I know is I can hook you up with Josh, and when I hook you up to Josh, you can ask all the questions you want. Well, how do you do this? Wow, that is a great question. You know what? I got to get you in front of Josh. I'm learning from him just like you will be, and I need to be straightforward with you. I'm not making the kind of income I even want to tell you about. I'm not proud about it in any way, shape, or form. And if you keep humbling yourself, then you're going to put all the attention, the edification, and the promotion on someone other than you. So here's the thing that I want you guys to get that's so important. When people try to be something they're not, they suck at it. When you try to pretend you're someone you're not, you don't do good at it. And so everyone's trying to be the person with the answers, the person with the knowledge, the expert. Here's something that I love that my son, Robert Hollis Jr., used to say all the time. Let's say that you were arrested. You were arrested today. And when you got arrested, they said, hey, you know what? We'll tell you about what you're arrested for when you get down. We're just reading your rights. You got the right to remain silent. You got a right to be a lawyer, right? And then you're down there and you go, what did I do? Well, what did I do? You've been telling people that you're a professional marketer. You've been telling people that you're a network marketer, a direct sales marketer, an international global expansion leader. You've been telling people that you're an affiliate marketer. You've been telling people that you're an online marketer. You need to prove to us that you're an expert. Prove to us that you are an expert, because you're running around telling people that you know everything, and we're going to find out, and we're going to see if we can convict you on the charge of being something that you said you are. I'm an entrepreneur. Really? Look up the definition of entrepreneur. Because if your bank account doesn't show that, if what you've given to charity doesn't show that, if I walked up to any of your family members and said, hey, how are they doing at that business? They go, what business? Like you treat it like you're a secret agent. Why? Because you feel you got to be documented. You feel like you got to know the answers. You feel like you got to make a check before you can talk to somebody. No. So when I sat down with my mentor and I said, listen, I need money, man. I need money like yesterday. He says, tell me, how much? I said, I need to make $3,800 by the end of the month or I'm going to get kicked out of my apartment. And he goes, great, I can show you how to do that. And I went, what do I do? What do I say? And he said, listen, have you seen my documentation? Have you seen my documentation? I have. He showed me the $62,000 check attached to a stub. He says, great. Have you seen the documentation of other people I've helped? Yeah. So if I can help them, I can help you. And if I've helped them, I can help the people that you talk to. So here's what I want you to do, Robert. Just be you. Just be you. And walk up to people and say, listen. So go back to the videos that I did before and remember the ad? The ad that he ran in the paper is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ex-auto mechanic now makes 6 figures a year. You should never, ever promote people and say millions of dollars a minute. Do you know that most people can't think more than double their current income? They can't think more than double their current income. So if the average income in the United States is around that 27,000 number, you might be saying to people, hey, listen, we're looking for people right now through our proving training methods that whatever person, Eric Green, Paul Turner, these guys have not only done $1 million in commissions to their team in the last 4 months, and they show all the documentation, and they personally, because they know what they're doing, is made well over $100,000. So I'm learning directly from Eric Green and Paul Turner. And I got people right now that are reaching out to me all the time. Well, Robert, how do you do this? Oh my, you know what? To be straightforward with you, I'm really, really good on Facebook, but I'm not great. I'm not excellent. So right now what I'm doing is I'm listening to Eric Turner and Eric Green and Paul Turner. You see what I mean? And you can ask Sarah. Sarah, post on here how much you've made since you met Eric and Paul. And so what you want to do is, if you see these guys, they're really good at promoting Eric and Paul. Now, since they got involved with me, they're extremely good at edifying and promoting me. These guys are saying, and how many, and Sarah, and how many weeks or months that you've been with them? So $14,000. How many people would like to make an additional $14,000 in 14 weeks? Just an extra $1,000 a week. Anybody up for that? Hey, listen, I'd like to tell you exactly how to do it. How you do it is you actually listen to Sarah. You actually listen to Eric and Paul. That's how you do it. These people love people. They're fun. They're very energetic. You got to listen to them. You guys see my point? Well, listen, I got a question. I am sure you do. I'm sure you got a lot of questions. Would you like to listen from an auto mechanic that's on workman's comp, that's making $900 a month? Or would you like to hear from an individual that's making $1,000 a week? I guess I would rather listen to those people. That's who I'm learning from. So see, this gets you away from one of the key things that you got to get. First of all, you do not have to be successful and make money to learn how to promote and edify. You got to do it sincerely. You got to do it sincerely. So the more you humble yourself and edify and promote somebody else, the better you'll do. One of the things that I'm going to throw in here, if you're offended by this story, I'm using it for purposes of illustration. Don't get freaked out about it, right? So, an individual that's been on this planet, in my belief, is a person, Jesus, right? And Jesus told his disciple, do not go to your home people, the people that you know, your friends and family. Do not go to them without bringing an expert from afar. You got to go 2 by 2, because you're not an expert with the people that know you most. You're not an expert with your spouse. You're not an expert with your coworkers. You're not an expert at all. Okay. So what you got to do is, when Paul goes to Paul Town, he brings Peter. And everybody says, hey, Paul, just like, hey, Bobby, mechanic, smash a beer can on your head. Remember when you did that big party in high school? Woohoo! Hey, do you still bowl? Do you still play darts? And it's like, not really. Not really. Come on. Let's go have a couple beers, And I go, listen, the reason I wanted to talk to you guys got to see this guy. His name is Peter. And this guy is altered and changed his life like you would not believe. He's so happy and he's so fulfilled, and he's helped so many people. And I'm learning directly from Peter right now. And it's weird that you can edify somebody else and everybody goes, okay. It's funny, I see Ron on here and Jim Rowan and Earl Schofield. Those guys used to be, hey, if you can edify and promote someone from afar, who's an expert? Usually somebody with a briefcase from out of town. Why it works this way, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just human psychology. So now they listen to Peter, right? And as they're listening to Peter, Peter at the end goes, listen, you guys, or even during his testimonial, He says, I'm not anything, man. I'm not anything. You got to listen to this dude named Jesus. You think you got to go listen to this guy. And then when they get to him, he humbles himself. I'm just carpenter, and nothing much. You ought to listen to my Father. You ought to listen to God. So please don't take this as me saying anything to you on a religious side. It's just taught in every spiritual belief. It's taught in martial arts. It's taught in any kind of learning. I don't know. You need to talk to that guy. You know what? That's a great question. I had that question myself. But you know what I found? What? When I talked to this person, when I talked to Melody, wow, she's been around. She's made over $10,000 a month. You got to talk. You got to talk to them. And the more you humble yourself, the more you say that you're not the deal, the more you say that you're not the expert, the more that you don't be the deal, the better your business. Now, isn't that the opposite? The opposite of what everybody else does. See, that's totally the opposite. I know most of the people that are around that don't understand this concept and paradigm and mental shift. These people can't wait for you to stop talking so they can tell you how great they are. You know what I did? Here's something that I love you guys to do. Next time you talk to somebody like this, watch how many times they use the word I. Hey, listen, Ron, I'm like a great guy, and I'm like this, and I'm doing this, and I'm building this, and I'm a leader, and I did this, and I did this, and then I did this, and then, I did this. Their vocabulary is totally eliminated by the words we and us and them. Him and her. Now, if you really, really, really want to help yourself, record yourself. That's what I'm going to leave this video with. My mentor told me, Robert, listen, because I say, I'm doing the right thing. Nowadays, we get to look at the activity log. Yeah, I can go on your Facebook page and click on your activity log, tell you to send me a screenshot. And if you're not edifying and promoting somebody else, you're not going to become successful. Because even when you look at people in this day and age, like Tony Robbins, every time you see Tony Robbins interviewed and the person goes, now tell us the secret. What's the secret? Tell us why you're worth $500 million. And he goes, you know what? It's very simple. My life, I've just mirrored and matched people. I found people that were better than me, smarter than me, more documented than me. And the person I found was Jim Rohn. And what I did is I listened to Jim, and I learned from Jim, and I edified Jim, and I promoted Jim, and I just kept doing it until people started doing it to me. Wow. Do you have people right now currently edifying you and promoting you because of your documentation? Do you call yourself a leader, but when you look behind you, there's no one following? Do you have a group of people right now that are unmotivated, they won't do anything, and they seem to be lazy? They're not edifying, promoting nobody? Maybe they learn from you. Ouch. See, because if you're not promoting and edifying people, all I did for the first 18 months of my career is I put more people in front of my mentor. Hey, I met this guy. You won't believe it. He's down to earth. He's a family man. He's mentoring me. He's mentoring an auto mechanic that makes $900. And this guy's so documented. I seen his check. It's over 62 grand for the month. It was still attached to the stub. And you got to meet this guy. You got to meet this guy. And every time they ask me a question, I go, man, that's a great question. I don't know. To be honest with you, all I know is I'm learning directly from him. And until my income gets to a place where people are edifying and promoting me, I'm going to continue to do the same thing. Ta-da! If you're a leader and you're watching this and you can't point to one person in your organization that is making, full-time $100,000 plus a year, you got to get out of the way, man. Because I have students, people that I've mentored and coached that make way more than me. Way more than me. Got it? Some of you, I'll leave this one. If people walked up to you and said, you know what, there's something wrong with my car, and you're not a mechanic, you'd go, well, let's go look at it. Serious? And what do? You open up the hood, look around. Yeah. Don't know. Skip that part. If you don't know, say you don't know. There's no problem with that. I respect people so much when I call them up. Hey, Ron, listen, how much money do you make right now from Facebook advertising? Robert, I haven't figured that out. Do you know of someone I can talk to? Not really. Thanks, Ron. I love and appreciate you. How many people like hanging around people that are straight shooters? So if you come to me and ask me about fashion, hey, Robert, I want to know how to dress properly. Talking to the wrong dude. I hope you guys love that. So anyway, I want to leave this by saying I got an incredible university that teaches you this stuff. You can go to lifemechanic.com/university. No cost. No cost to you. You can go in, check out all the training for 3 days. I tell people all the time, if you can make it through the third video, I seen Paul post it. If you guys can make it through the first 3 videos, they're a little over an hour each. So I'm asking for about an hour of your time for the next 3 days. And you can go in there. I know people, they send me, well, I don't even have a credit card. I don't even have a credit card with any money on it. Then you need this university more than anybody I know. Did you hear me? You could go down and get a prepaid credit card and put as little as money as you want on it to get in there and look at these courses. At no cost to you. You try to make it through the third video, going through all 3 videos of the Millionaire Creation Formula, and tell me if you don't believe and get inspired and have hope that if I can do this, you can do it. Because I tell you where I came from to where I am today. So I know that you can do it. I've taught other people how to do it, and I can teach you. So I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you. Take care and God bless, and talk to you all soon. Talk to you tomorrow. I don't have a subject for tomorrow. So again, you can send me a private message if you're not a friend of mine, and I'll add you. I got to send you a request. And also, same place, same time, tomorrow on Facebook.com/giving it forward at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Pacific. See you here, and hope that you guys can have a great, great, great day. Ron, never heard anything like this before. Blew my mind. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. Hi, Craig. Hi, Tracy. I thought I seen an old friend of mine on here. Joanna, Tracy, Greg, Smith, Barry. Thank you very much, Tim. How many people, when you heard this, you started saying, yeah, I probably put a little too much emphasis on myself? If you guys watched Darren, Sonny, thank you very much. Josh, Danny, thank you so much for getting on here. Doug Harkins. I thought I seen Randy Bellows on here.
He didn't ever pop through, but I saw his face.
Oh, anyway, Randy was the guy that he videotaped my very first testimonial. It's funny. Michael, Don, Jacqueline. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Did this video, guys, help you? I hope it did. I hope it gave you value. Because people always say, oh, I do have one more last thing to say. It doesn't matter your documentation if you can get somebody in front of somebody that changes their life. That gift is priceless. Sean Hennigan, that I wrote in my book, was dating my cousin at one time. When he introduced me to my mentor, he had never made any money in marketing at all. He was doing stand-up comedy traffic school. I love Sean. Sean got excited, listened to my mentor, told me how to edify and promoted my mentor, Bill, and got me in front of Bill. To this date, Sean never made any money in direct sales, network marketing, or sales. What was the gift that he gave to me and my family? Priceless. Priceless. Get out of your own way. I know you can do it. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.